Monty, you've spent 11 hours in a prison cell. You had a sandwich board with just a very simple message on there. My understanding is you've been given a bail condition, which means for 3 months you can't go anywhere in Westminster. Now, you're going on GB News tonight. That's inside Westminster. You've also got to come to work at Together in Westminster. Tell us a bit about what happened and where things are at right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the main things that I've not actually mentioned publicly yet is when the police came to speak to me, they demanded I remove this board. They said to me, you have to remove it. And I said, you're not policing with law here, you're policing with emotion and with a political agenda. I'm not going to remove this board. However, I wasn't antagonistic and I chose to remove myself from the scene. I chose to walk in the opposite direction, away from the Pride demonstration or whatever you'd call it. I then got about 2 streets away for 9 cops to then come around the corner, cuff me, and then tell me I'm under arrest.
Wow.
They didn't inform me. The procedure, in my opinion, was wrong. They're supposed to inform me before they cuff me of what law I've actually broken, and we still don't really have proper clarification on what law I've broken. This is a complete attack on free speech. This is another example of what we're seeing in this country of mass authoritarianism and governmental overreach. And when I was taken into custody and when I was actually talking to the officers, it was clear that there was this atmosphere where they're trying really hard to be impartial, but obviously within the Met Police and within, I think, police across the UK, there is this, you could just call it woke agenda revolving around people's opinions on trans issues, even though we've had a court ruling, which is law, dictating how many genders there are. So this stigma lives within the Met Police, and we need to shift that because they have a political agenda to attack freedom of speech and attack the people. I mean, it's just insane.
I think we're here to say that we're going to stand together to uphold and defend freedom. You've had over 1 million views now of that video. Obviously, if they wanted to shut you up, the opposite things happened. It looks like you'll be going on Free Speech Nation this evening on GB News. There'll be much more news about this, and we're going to keep fighting for the right for you and everyone to uphold our free speech. It must be said that actually everyone's got to have free speech, even ideas that we abhor, even people that are saying things are holding up placards that I find disgusting, because if we don't have the ability for all of us to speak, then none of us can. So I want to thank you for being courageous. I'm sorry that you spent all that time in the cell, but actually this highlights one of the things we've got to get changed and get to grips with, and we must all do that together. Thank you, Monty.
Thank you, Alan. I'll just say my closing words is this is a terrifying attack, and there's a reason that it's gone so viral. There's a reason there's so much publicity, because it's not just about me, it's everyone else they're concerned. You can do something called have an opinion, and that can get you locked up in a jail cell. It's insane. So yeah, we've got to fight back, and we've got to fight back together.